Hello there, everybody. Look who I've got with me this morning. I've got wonderful Sarah. This is her first time on camera, so she's... Yes, afternoon. Look, gosh. God, that flew by. And I'm really, really pleased to have Sarah here today. And I've asked Sarah if she can share her story with you, simply because I know that right now it is a very challenging time for everybody. And we're all looking for ways to make ourselves feel better and be able to handle this situation. And sometimes the way that we handle those situations are not necessarily the most healthy way to handle those situations. So if you are a smoker and you are finding that during this whole period that you're relying more and more on cigarettes to give you that sense of calm and peace and feeling in control, but that you know it's not healthy for you and it is slowly killing you, let's face it. Yeah. And that was one of the reasons why you came here. You had this realisation. I think lockdown has really given everybody that sense of
to stop and listen to yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So. Yeah. Start.
Before I was smoking and I was too busy running around. All of a sudden I'm at home and I'm realising, because there's an ashtray, I'm using the same ashtray all day.
Yeah. Wow. Well, so how long have you been smoking for?
Do you know what? I'm ashamed to say. Well, I've known you since we were about.
I know, we went to school together.
So I've known you since we were about 13, and I was smoking before that, maybe 11 or 12.
11 or 12.
So
it's over 40 years.
10 number 6, or they.
Wow, I like number 6 though. Back in the day, I thought they were quite cool. That is a lot of years to be using smoking as a crutch to manage your feelings and behaviour.
Well, it's a lot of years, especially as it was your birthday yesterday,
But that's interesting that, you know, because I know many of you out there will be thinking, wow, 40 years. And how many sessions have you had?
3.
3 sessions to eliminate 40 years of smoking. And I'm being generous with the 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am not that generous, yeah. But can you imagine that? 40 years of being a slave to nicotine, being trapped in your mind to a box of cigarettes or roll-ups every day, that not having any control over saying no to that, and knowing every time that you put that cigarette or roll-up in your mouth that you are slowly killing yourself. Tell me some of the effects that you felt from 40 years plus of smoking.
Well, definitely wheezing and definitely coughing, which actually during COVID was horrible. It's bad enough having a cough anyway, but when you start smoking and everyone's worried about getting COVID. So there was definitely the wheezing, coughing, the lack of energy. As I said to you, my fingers were yellow.
Isn't that the worst one? You know that feeling when you go to just sweep your hand away or your hair away, and you can smell that ingrained smell. If you can smell it, everyone else can smell it.
Yeah.
And that was another thing you said to me about the paranoia of, you knew you smoked.
Yeah.
I mean, there was so much more than just the smoking though, Sarah. You know what I mean? That sense of having to hide, pretend.
Yes, I hid from my husband. I hope he's not watching.
But only because you didn't want to be that person. Because if you'd have wanted to be that person, you'd have just been outright and said, oh, I'm a smoker, that's it. But knowing that even I
wanted to give up. But I was always told that it's really difficult to give up smoking.
Yeah.
So it was nice. I mean, when we connected and I realised what you were doing, all of a sudden I had a light bulb moment.
You see, there's no such thing as coincidence, is there?
When I thought, why don't I ask you for your help? Because I always believed hypnotherapy was a load of hooey.
And you'd had hypnotherapy
and
before.
I'd had it before and it hadn't worked. And then I thought, well, I know you, and I know you've walked the walk, and I know you were there when I was smoking, so you've got quite a deep understanding.
I think you must have passed me a few or two.
Yeah, you must have punched a few off me, I'm sure.
Yes, that was me. I was the one in the gang that was always like, oh, go on, just have a lug. And that's how it starts, isn't it?
Yeah.
It starts when you're younger, and the formative years of when you are trying to establish who you are, establish your significance in the world. And so many people that I've worked with have said the same thing. You're in a group, someone smokes, they offer you one, you take one, and then that's it.
And I always thought when I was 40, I don't want to be a smoker when I'm 40. And then I was 50, I thought I don't want to be a smoker when I'm 50.
Yeah.
And now I'm a bit older than 50 but I don't smoke anymore.
There you go, that's the difference. You've made the difference.
And I'm amazed that actually with your support,
Did you ever think it was going to happen?
No, I really didn't.
So when you came, the first time when you came, what were you expecting?
I thought that I wouldn't be able to take you seriously, and I'd sit in there.
Like we used to at school.
I'd sit in there giggling with you, and it would be a complete waste of time.
Well, that just shows how your unconscious mind really knew this is what you wanted, because even though you had that fear, that skepticism, you still went for it. Even though knowing all that, I think it probably had something to do with the fact that we knew each other, because you'd had that other hypnotherapist. But saying yes to yourself is really, it's the biggest part of the journey, is that saying yes.
I think so. Okay? And I think I've had 3 sessions, and I haven't smoked since the first session. So for me, this has been a really worthwhile investment in myself. It really has.
And that's the key. Are you ready to invest in yourself? Are you ready to give yourself the opportunities that, you can try and give up smoking on your own, but you've got all of those insecurities that you carry with you every day, all the reasons why you start smoking in the beginning. And if you can't get past them by yourself, you're going to need a little bit of outside help. And it's a sign of strength to be able to say to yourself, you know what? You deserve this. I'm going to invest in you. You can do this in the mirror. This is how I start sometimes doing affirmations, is telling yourself, I am worthy of having that life of freedom, away from cigarettes, to get my health back, to elongate my partnership with my husband or whoever. I mean, that's a big thing. You've just given yourself a whole longer, I hope you like your husband, because you just bought yourself, we were looking at some facts earlier on, weren't we, of how within a matter of 2 months, you increase your... I can't remember all the facts.
No, it was within a matter of hours. Things physiologically start changing in your body.
Well, thank you for being the doctor. Go on, I do.
I mean, I'm not wheezing anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not coughing. I bought one of these Fitbits at Christmas.
That was it. It beats your blood pressure.
Yeah, and I've noticed that my blood pressure's gone down a few points already. So I am so pleased.
Energy levels taking over your husband when you're walking now.
That's it. And I'm so pleased not to be a slave to tobacco anymore. It feels so nice. I mean, I was even smoking when I didn't even feel like smoking. So
it was so habitual. So now this has opened up it's opened up a whole new horizon of opportunities for you. You were saying that there were some new things that you wanted to start doing now to replace, because remember, if you're taking something away, you need to replace it with something. You were telling me about some of the things you're going to replace that old habit with. What sort of things are you looking at?
I'm going to be looking into doubling my footsteps with the Fitbit. When the gyms reopen, I'm going to start swimming again.
Lovely. Who's missed swimming? I've missed swimming. Yeah.
Get the bikini out.
Yeah, I did in the hot tub yesterday. I have no shame. Yes, I am 35 and I'm still wearing a bikini. But I'm so glad that Sarah made this video. Sarah's not somebody that goes out there on social media and she does that. She has a very lovely life. She's very content in her life. And this was really the last bastion, wasn't it?
I think so. I think Anna hypnotised me to make me do this video.
I did. I'm good enough. And that might be very much like you. You're just going through your life and everything is perfect. It's just this one thing, whether it's alcohol, whether it's smoking, whatever it is, it's holding you a hostage and keeping you away from the perfect life that you know you deserve. Then just be brave, because Sarah has been really brave today. She, like you, was sceptical. She thought she might laugh all the way through it, but that overwhelming desire to be more of herself, to give herself that opportunity for a longer life, to enjoy her relationship more, to be free to be free. That was one of the key words that you used to me. She just wanted freedom. If you, like Sarah, want freedom from the things that are holding you back in your life, please do. I'm going to put a link in the video below. I don't know how.
I really recommend it. It's made such a transformation. Thank you
and I'm looking
much.
forward to seeing how this is going to shape you in terms of the confidence it's going to give you, because as I said to Sarah, when you can master your mind with one thing, you can master your mind with anything. So it's not just about giving up smoking, it's about taking control of your life and knowing that you are the creator of your own reality.
I think so. If I can do it, you can do it.
Nice, I like that. Okay, see you again.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.